Hi everybody, welcome back to another journal collection video. Today's video is going to be some new journals that I found today, and also my themed and journal prompt guided journaling journals. Now, I found a series of these in the $2 shop. What I love about these is they look like paintings. I love the texture that there is on them. These were $2.50 each. I got a series of them. The pages are flat, but the detail, they actually look like they're 3D, and I love that. Because I'm doing some art therapy next month, so I thought these would be quite good to use for that. These are A5 size. Okay, now I've got my this journal, which I have used and I've been trying to finish, but yeah, it just hasn't happened. I bought this for myself a couple of years ago, and there's another one similar to that somewhere in the oh, here it is. Here, this is similar. This was actually a gift, and one of the prompts was wrapping it as a present. This is another. This is not a book by the same author. Prompt. Sorts of prompts and arty things for you to do. That was quite good fun. This is another sentence a day one I found to start once my other one is finished. I got this at the op shop. This is Kiki K. In the lockdown 2020, I bought a couple of these other activity type books to keep me occupied in lockdown, but I never actually got to do them. And again, it's just fun things to do in your journal, different activities. This is another book I found in the op shop. It's got a whole lot of activities you want to do, which I haven't filled out yet. And then you write about or put a picture in it of you achieving these things on your to-do list, before you kick the bucket list. That one I've got to take back because I've ended up getting 2 of them. I found these. These were typo. These were originally 30 and I got them for $1 each. And I'm going to use them as daily journals, but I'm also going to incorporate there's all sorts of, not that one, what was it, about the finances and stuff. So I can keep a track of what I buy and stuff like that, which I thought might be interesting to look back on in the future. And this one's the same on the inside, but I quite like the covers. This is a recipe journal. I've got a couple of recipe journals which I had the idea of writing up recipes of food that I've eaten as a kid and older, and where those recipes have come from, and new recipes that I've started using now as an adult. I thought that might be quite fun, but again, I haven't got around to that. I have all these good ideas, it's just not enough time of the day. My future in lists. This was a Kmart recent purchase. It's just got, you just write lists, answer the questions in list form. I thought that's quite quite fun, something a bit different. And then there's colourful pages. Where are they? Throughout with quotes and stuff on them. These were freebies at a self-help group that I went to a couple of years ago. One of my anxiety groups. Got given these, haven't used them. This is a cute travel journal I found in the op shop. And it's beachy themed. So basically those are the 2 pages, the 2-page designs throughout it. So I guess you could sort of put your photo there and write there, or you could pretty much use it however you like, really. And that was originally Carte Blanche, Greetings Limited. Now I love this. Is probably one of my favourite prompt type journals. I'm Kind of Awesome. I think every journaler would actually benefit from having either a journal like this or a page in your current journal, or a page somewhere in one of your journals. It's about, you fill in, you write about when stuff you've been proud of, stuff you've learnt, and how you've done really well and how you're awesome. And again, I've listed stuff there which I haven't had a chance to write it all in here properly. And this is really good if you're having a rough time and you've lost your confidence. You can actually come and read through this about all the things you've done in the past, and how, yeah, can boost your self-esteem, make you feel a bit better about yourself. So love that one. Now at the same time as buying that one, I brought another couple in the series, and I ended up getting the wrong ones. So I got these 2, and one of them, I can't even remember now, was the wrong one. And my idea was to put all my negative stuff, journaling, in here. But that hasn't worked. I just put it all in, everything goes into one journal now. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this, because I have filled in a few pages. What I'm hanging hope on today. I suppose I could still use it. It's remembering that I've got these. That's the problem. Unless they've got to be out where I can see them all the time. Because everything just goes in my daily journal. This is another one of the similar theme. I got this, a journal to remind yourself that you're truly awesome and capable. Why I totally got this today. So these 2 are very similar. And then I found this one in the op shop as well for a couple of dollars. Travel listography. And you list it's just prompts about where you want to travel, what you want to do and see. So that's quite fun. I haven't really filled that one in either. What my plan is going to be, what my plan is at the moment, is to finish one of these a year, one of these type books. So I've got one on the go at the moment. And there were actually 2 of these somewhere, but I don't know where they are. This is another one I got from the Warehouse, a book of things that make me happy. And this is by... I have no idea. Igloo Books. And what's this about? Just, prompts about the things you enjoy doing and you like. And again, something a bit different. And I enjoy filling these in when I'm not in the mood for daily journaling. And then I did have a pink one as well, which I don't know where that one is. This one I got from, I think, the Op Shop again, one of them. Calm Workbook, haven't used this one either. And it's just got prompts and things. Which I thought would be quite good to do when I'm anxious, really anxious. Give me something else to focus on. Looks like it's got articles and then prompts and stuff, so you can reflect on what they're saying. And there's all sorts. It looks like there's paintings in here. There's all sorts of books, art. So I thought that looks quite interesting. And then I've got my anxiety-free journal. This was from Kmart. This is all about mindfulness and all sorts of prompts and stuff to help you work through your anxiety. Haven't used this one either. This was another little one I found in the Op Shop. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. This is actually a diary. It's oops, sorry. Alice in Wonderland. So each date has got bits about the story with space here to write. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, whether I'm going to use it as a prompt journal and write my answer to prompts in here and do one a day. So I'm not quite sure, but I love the fact that it was themed Alice in Wonderland. So not quite sure what I'm going to do with that yet. And then this is another one from the warehouse that I got during lockdown. 99 things I want to do. That's just prompts about what you want to do in the future. Well, that's something a bit different. This is a normal journal which I have turned into a poetry journal when I was writing poetry, which didn't last long. I think I've written about 3 poems and then I moved on to something else. That's right, we'll get those out of the way. So I've just used it as a poetry journal. It's just lined and it's got quotes and things throughout it. So I just wrote about, I had some ideas for writing a couple of books, so I've put that in the front and a few of my poems, and one day I hope to come back and write some more poems in that. And then I got this from, I think, Fish Pond. This is another activity journal. I got this in lockdown as well, but never got around to using it. And it's just another fun activity journal to do. When you're stuck at home. This is Kmart. And this has just got prompts with lots of space to write. That was quite, and you can, they give you, so basically reflect on what the prompt is or the saying is. And that was quite cool. Then I got this one at the Op Shop as well, Digital Detox. That wasn't me, I don't think. That was the previous owner. And basically there's some challenges and you just write when you complete them and about how they went, and then there's pages to colour in as well. There's different challenges, things to do to keep you occupied if you want to get off your phone or your computer, get away from technology for a while. This I found in the op shop. This is a do-it-yourself and projects book. Love the idea of this. Basically it's where you list all your project ideas, when you start them, when you want to finish them. Stuff like that. I've got a few of mine in there already. What was I doing? Christmas junk journal. Oh, that's right. So yeah, so that one, and then mindfulness journal. This is another Kmart one. Got different activities, things to read, prompts to. That's quite cool. I've really got to start using these. Now this is the first sort of prompt journal that I bought. I've had this for years, and it's a life album, and it's all about your life. So this is probably going to be one of the first ones I want to finish. Asking about your heroes when you were at school, all about the gadgets that you've used, milestone, the clubs and societies you were in as a kid and adult, all about the city. So there's all sorts of stuff in there. Trying to see if there's a table of contents. No, there's not. Got to be careful because I've filled some of this in. Whoops. That was quite good. A year in life album. Okay. These I got at the op shop, but these are the same brand as the I'm Awesome journal. I can't sleep. That's when I have a rant about my insomnia. That's something a bit different in there, and I think I've got a small one as well, which I found at the op shop. This one I got because it was cheap too, because it's obviously faded. It's called My Dysfunctions Journal. I have no idea what I'm going to put of this. I might just use it as a daily journal. But all these quotes about having issues. Oh, that was quite fun. As you can see, it's really been faded. That's what it used to be. So it's obviously been on somebody's bookshelf, but no one's actually used it. It's just looking a bit worse for wear. This was going to be my prompt journal that I went through, and I got books out of the library about different prompts and things. So I think I've answered most of these in various journals. Then I gave up that idea. So I don't know what I'm going to use for the rest of the pages of this, but this was from Kmart a couple of years ago. It's another I Can't Sleep journal. This is my dream journal. This was going to be when I was going to use to analyse my dreams. So in the front I've got all about dreams, prompts about dreams. I'm not into analysing dreams with like a cat means this and a dog means this, and you know, a crashing an aeroplane falling out of the sky means this. I like to go deeper than that. I think it's called the Gestalt dreaming analysis, but I've got notes all here about it. And then the idea was to use the rest of the journal to analyse my dreams, but what I ended up doing is I ended up just analysing my dreams in my daily journal. So but I still use that as a reference. This is a folder there's a bit of a mystery in my family. My grandmother's father was looking after the kids while the mother was away, and he basically abandoned them and left and took off with the baby, and the mother came home and found all the kids basically in the house not knowing what's going on, and he left the country with this woman and the baby and disappeared. So I thought, and apparently I've seen articles in the paper about it back then in the 1800s. But the idea was to use this is to try and track down, because I know he went to Australia, but he had a few assumed names. So I bought this with the idea of actually doing some research and trying to find out what happened to him, why he left, and why he only took the baby. The baby was, I think, only about 6 months old, but why he only took the baby and left the other four kids in the house alone for a week. So that was going to be the idea for that one. And this is another prompt journal. This is a good idea, but what I don't like is they only give you a line to answer the question, which I think is ridiculous. You can't use a line to answer a question. So I'm probably going to use this as just an idea, and I'll answer the prompts in my daily journal. But yeah, there's 2,500 questions in there. And again, this was Kmart. This was a list journal from the Breathe magazine. So this is the one that I'm using at the moment. It's got prompts, colouring in pages. I won't show you the pages I've done. So I think list journals are over here anyway, there's lots of them are coming out. This is called a joy journal, but to be honest, joy is a bit optimistic. This is a gratitude journal, which I use when I'm having a rough time, and I try and write what I'm grateful for to help with the mental health. So I just pick up and put this one down when I need it. And again, this was Kmart. This was an op shop one. Art doodling. Just thought something a bit different. And it's got prompts so you can stick pictures in and then write about it to answer the question. Something a bit different. I love the colourful pages too. And over here, I've got the burn after writing. This is obviously the warehouse. I'll just swap hands. There we go. And what was this about? I think this asks really nitty-gritty questions, i.e. burn after writing. Stuff that I think they ask questions that you don't want anyone to see what the answers are. So I think this one gets real personal stuff. This was a Doctor Who Time Traveller's Journal, which I was going to fill in when I do my other Doctor Who one. And again, it's just an activity journal themed Doctor Who. It's the Blue Day journal. I think this is, yes it is. So the front, what's the front about? How to make your Blue Day directory. I haven't looked at this for ages, so I haven't done it. Oh yeah, so there's just some questions in the front by the looks of it. And then on the other side is your Blue Day journal. And that's where my So I don't know what the directory is on the other side, but there's quotes and things. When you're having a rough time. So I don't know what the Blue Day directory is all about, but maybe that just explains it. And then I found this online cheap, the Anti-Racist a journal for awareness, reflection, and action. Oh, this is interesting. A lot of questions about that. It's based on the book, the same name, and that's just a little. This is another op shop one. It's not really a journal. It's just a self-care book with ideas about self-care. This is a dream journal again, but I won't use it as that. I'll just write use it as a daily journal. But I quite like the cover. This is a gratitude journal by by Typo. I got this for $1, and the one, it's got notes, and I like that it's got lists and things in the front. There's all sorts of prompts as well. I've got the Pocket Scavenger again by Kerry Smith, another one about lots of sorry, I can hear something in the background, that's why I'm thinking about something else. I've got distracted. Obviously it's all sorts of, this is about going on a scavenger hunt and finding stuff. This is a self-care journal. This is from Kmart, and this is another cute recipe journal, which I won't use as a recipe journal, but I like all the pictures, so I think I'll just use it as, and just cover up these and just use it as a daily journal, and that's it. Thanks everybody, bye.